The Super Bowl is here, and the Line Steppers are here to get you right. Let's get it.
All right. So if we hop into the Super Bowl conversation, LA Rams, home game. They never really have home games, but this game is, considered home. It'll still be 30% capacity, fucking Rams fans, and then the rest of the NFL fans. I'm going with the Rams, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going Rams. I think the Rams are going to pull it out. I think Stafford's going to show you why he has 44 comebacks in his whole career. I love Joe Burrow. He's a good player. Cute story that he's got going on, NFL, all these young guys loving him. You loving him. Our peers are loving him. I went out to bars and the people are loving him. That man Stafford's got big brass nuts, man. He likes getting hit. Detroit, he used to get clobbered, and he was still on his feet playing. He didn't really get hurt that much either. He's a good guy. We only had Calvin Johnson, and he still found out to make so many records that he has. He's got Odell and Mr. Cooper Kupp, one of the best receivers we've seen, one of the best seasons we've had for a receiver. And the defense, man, they got stars on each level. Jalen Ramsey. Can't say who the linebackers are because they're okay.
Hey,
but the Aaron Donald,
that middle linebacker sucks. That white guy. What's his fucking name? And when I was watching the first two games, it's like he's 2 steps slow every play. I was like, he's going to be – I think he's got 2 E's in the middle of his name and a reader or something like that. He fucking sucks.
It might be. But honestly, you got Aaron Donald, bro. I think he's the best player in the NFL. I don't know. I mean, there is a conversation, but I think he is the best player in the NFL. That's going to be a tough one, man. I mean, like you said, we were talking about it. The Titans had 9 sacks on the boys. Aaron Donald is an unstoppable force. And you got all these pansies on your line, and y'all can't run the ball. What does that mean? We bull rushing straight to Joe the whole game. If Joe Mixon can't get off, it's going to be a problem. That's all I'm saying. If your boy Joe can't get any running yards, it's going to be a fucking problem. Because if you got Von Miller and Aaron Donald running at you crazy, and your boy Lloyd is also really good, look out. Look out, Mr. Burrow. And like we've seen in previous Super Bowls, when there's a hell of pressure coming at the quarterback, it's a hard game to play. Ask Mahomes. Ask Brady a couple times versus the Giants. It's not easy being cheesy.
Well, you know what? Can I respond as Joe Burrow to you, Terry?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what my last bitch said, too.
I'll sit and relax. Go ahead.
I already said it. That's what my last bitch said, too. That's what they said about the Bengals and Joe Burrow in every game going up to the Super Bowl. They can't block anybody. They can't run the football. You never know what you're going to get from their defense.
They say that versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a shitty defense. I never said that once. Remember, you're talking to me. The Chiefs, I told you the Chiefs defense was bad, and you were like, no, the Chiefs defense, shut the fuck up.
I picked them to win then. Oh.
Patrick Mahomes. I didn't say not one single word about the defense. Not one single word I ever said about Kansas City's defense. They just lost the game.
Is that guy. He will figure it out. He will overcome the setbacks. I don't know if they're going to get 9 sacks or 11, Terry, but I know that defensive line for the LA is explosive. And the other thing I know is that Joe Burrow is not going to cough up the baby on a strip sack to Aaron Donald or Leonard Floyd or Von Miller. I know that's his calling card. You're going to have to take it off the tip hands of a receiver if you want this ball, okay? Because Joe Burrow ain't giving it to you. He's putting that ball in the back of the end zone, right where it belongs, in the hands of a 6'5" wide receiver that didn't do shit for my fantasy team. Okay? I think this is like it's a coronation, Terry, and it's a culmination of everything that we've seen from him since they said he wasn't good enough at Ohio State. And what has he done since then? Nothing but fucking win. It's destiny. It's the prophecy. It's time Big Dick Burrow fulfills it.
Okay, I hear you. Not a lot of football analysis in that. It's just a lot of faith in Joe Burrow, but go ahead then. That's cool. You know what? That's the funny thing I've been hearing all fucking week. All goddamn week. And I think a lot of people got in trouble with that Patrick Mahomes shit. No. Listen. And this is what everybody's been saying. And this was the same thing that people were saying about Mahomes last week. Wasn't a lot of fucking analysis going down. They just said they got the best quarterback on the field. The guy's got the moxie. The guy's got the talent. Hey, all that shit was all cool in games until he couldn't do shit in the second half. All right? So, look, there's a plan of players that can do something against this guy that everyone loves. All I hear all fucking week so far. And it's only fucking Monday, and I've been hearing this shit on all the sports talk radios. I've been hearing it from you. Joe Burrow's the guy.
Heard it here.
Joe Burrow's the guy.
Heard it here first is where you heard it.
Joe Burrow pisses excellence. He eats your fucking girlfriend's dreams for breakfast. I don't give a damn about any of that. Okay? If my man is on his ass for more than he was versus the Titans, it's going to be a problem. This is a Super Bowl. You can't be fucking up either.
Okay, so you're counting on sacking him 10 times. More than he was against the Titans. Not only
it's not sex.
Huh?
It's not even going to be sex. It's going to be practice. And also it's going to be this. The coach of the Bengals is a pupil from McVay. McVay's looking at him like, hey, how's it going, little brother? How you doing? We're going to have a nice football game today. Zach Taylor's going to be nervous. He's going to be doing stupid shit.
And Zach Taylor's looking right back at him like,
shit. He ain't doing shit. He's licking his mustache. That's what he's doing.
He's always doing. Watch the motherfucker on the sideline. Every time that they're down in a game and it's like a pressure situation, that's how he comforts himself. He like that warm feeling on top of his lip.
All right. I hear you, buddy.
Hey, you get no football analysis from me on this one. Okay? I played it on Madden. I simmed it 3 times.
Oh,
the Rams won every time. It wasn't even close. And I still came out here and say the Bengals are going to win. There's no X's and O's talk that makes any sense. Joe Burrow should be running for his life the entire game, just like Pat Mahomes was last year. That is what the logical thing to say is. But I didn't get this far on being logical, Terry.
Okay, I got you. We didn't get this far without being logical. We're not logical at all.
So let me ask you this. What do you think is the most overhyped storyline that you'll hear during this week that probably won't matter as much going into this game?
The most overhyped storyline.
Like, what are you hearing the most that's like, we're talking all about this, and it's probably not even going to play out this way?
Honestly, if I really, really thought about it, I think mostly that Zach Taylor's going to be scared to face his pupil. Everything else will actually kind of matter.
Exactly what you just said. Your own reasoning.
That was my last reason.
Cat's out of the bag, Terry.
Now you're just spewing out bullshit. I hear you. It's all good. Hey, let me ask you this.
Are you still going to fill the Mountain Dew, Terry?
Are you still going to have all this moxie about Joe when he loses? Like, you still going to have a lot of confidence in him? Is it going to go down? Like, is everybody still going to be like, Joe's the guy? Or he's playing with house money, apparently. Everybody keeps saying that.
Listen, man, you could take
and there's no pressure.
Stafford out of Detroit, but you can't take the Detroit out of Matthew Stafford.
This guy's crazy. His playoff numbers are ridiculous, bro.
The curse is real.
He almost has 1,000 yards passing in the playoffs. You know that.
I know. But
6 touchdowns.
What is the big storyline been this whole week? LA's pass rush against the Bengals offensive line. How the fuck are the Bengals going to block these guys? You know what nobody's talking about? How are the Rams going to block the Bengals? Because last time I checked, the Bengals got after it and forced a ton of turnovers over the last 7 weeks and in all the postseason games. Nobody's talking about that Bengals defense roughing up Matthew Stafford and forcing him to make some bad decisions.
Ooh, so you digging deep. I like it. Hey, look, it took a minute, but we got to your brain. We're in there now. I see it. I see it. Hey, look, I can honestly say that. But look, man, it's TV, baby. We only got a couple minutes to talk about segments. We ain't going to talk about the Bengals defense. You know what the number one story is. We can talk about it because this is our pod. We got time. We got time for the bullshit. You know, like they like to say, I ain't have time for it, but I got time now.
Yeah.
We got time. I hear you. Bengals defense is good as fuck. And if you watch the second half of that Chiefs game, there's a nice little recipe there, but they didn't send a lot of pressure. So if Stafford ain't getting pressured, that's the difference, though. Mahomes, and I feel like a lot of people like to forget this. This was in his scouting report when he came out of college. if he doesn't see the big shot for a really, really long time, he starts to get impatient. Starts to get the happy feet, you know? Stafford, proven veteran, bro. Been in the league for years and years and years. He doesn't get happy feet. He'll take the check down until the game is over, until they win. He's not going to throw it if it's not there. He's a smart guy. 1,000 yards in the playoffs almost, bro. 962.
What has been the trend for great defenses that go into the Super Bowl? The number one thing that you have to do to make the Super Bowl is get pressure with 4.
Yeah.
Get pressure without having to blitz. And
both teams have that.
Yeah. And against Mahomes, the Bengals did it with 3 in the second half. Drop it 8 in the coverage. So if they can repeat that type of performance, if they can move Matt Stafford off his spot and still have an extra guy up in a coverage advantage situation, I think it's an under-talked about storyline, man. Everyone's talking about Joe Burrow run for his life. It might be Matthew Stafford. And Trey Hendrickson is no joke.
Yeah.
That gigantic defensive tackle they have, whose name I don't know, is no fucking joke either.
Yeah. He's actually been
100 pounds bigger than Aaron Donald. It's ridiculous.
He's actually been like a decent replacement because you remember when they used to have Geno Atkins?
Yeah.
He was an absolute beast. This dude's quietly been, having some good productive years, man.
Yeah, and he's 70 pounds bigger.
Nobody's talking about him. And we're not talking about him because we don't know his name.
Hey, we're talking about him. We just don't know your name. All right. Listen, there are 53 players on 32 teams in the NFL. There's no way I'm going to know all these guys. But when I look on TV and I see somebody pop out, you popped out, buddy. Good job.
Of course. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about it, but everyone's, of course, going to talk about the Rams dudes because fucking Aaron Donald's the best player in the league, and Von Miller has been the defensive MVP, I think. I know definitely one, maybe even twice. Like, we're going to talk about them. They went all out for this season.
The Super Bowl MVP, too.
Yeah, this is Super Bowl or bust for the Rams. But everybody keeps saying there's all this pressure and shit. If they don't win, they don't win. Who fucking, whatever. They went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Nobody expected this Super Bowl matchup. Like, we weren't like, it's going to be Rams-Bengals. No one ever said that.
I feel like Joe Burrow is just like Matthew Stafford. Like, this has been a cute story. Like, you overcoming all this stuff and everybody didn't think you were good. And now, you won the big game and you got to the Super Bowl and you had the big throw in crunch time to prove everybody wrong. And Matthew Stafford is riding such a high right now. This is the pinnacle of his career, the most important game of his life. This is just Sunday for Joe Burrow.
It's not
like, this is what I do. Listen, man, enjoy this moment because I'm going to be back here 8, 12 more times.
Bro, Stafford, there ain't no pressure on Stafford, man. My man has been the underdog his whole career. Why is there pressure for him?
Because they gave up all these picks to surround him. It's like this year, they got to get it done. They gave up so many first rounders, so much stuff. He has all the pieces. He's got the running back. He got the offensive line. He's got the creative play caller. He's got 2 number 1 wide receivers. I mean, at this point, if you don't get it done, there's no more excuses.
There ain't no pressure for him because we didn't expect him to be anything anyways. Did we expect Matt Stafford to be this great fucking guy? Not when he went to Detroit. Well, as soon as he went to Detroit, everybody's like, he's done. Career's done.
Who cares? He got traded to the Rams. I said they're going to the Super Bowl. On the wax.
He's good, but there's no pressure on him. Maybe there's pressure on the team because they did all this just to get these guys. But Stafford doesn't feel no pressure, man. Stafford out there throwing like there's not a care in the world, bro. All these throws are fucking – he throws shit in between double teams. I'm just like, the fucking – and it splits him.
He's a gunslinger. He is a gunslinger.
He doesn't care. I mean, even in the Niners game, my guy throws it to Cup behind him. Cup is covered, like completely covered. Stafford's like, fuck it. He got it. He's just – bro, the receivers are beastly. Stafford doesn't care. He's a gunslinging guy. He's going to gunsling until he dies.
Who's your bet to win Super Bowl MVP? Who's winning this year?
Stafford. I got Stafford.
So, obviously, I have to pick Joe Burrow if I'm going to pick the Bengals, right? Got to do it.
You don't have to.
But I'll say this. If the Bengals win, I'll hedge my bets here, Terry. If the Bengals win, it's Joe Burrow. If the Rams win, it's Aaron Donald.
No. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be in the 20s.
I'm afraid Aaron Donald is going to get Grady Jarretted, where he had 3.5 sacks in the Super Bowl on Tom Brady, and nobody remembers.
Yeah, true. Well, here's my question to you, and this is just a question since we're just talking. Who's going to have more productivity, Odell Beckham or T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
Ooh, interesting. That was a prop bet. I bet it on Beckham.
You know why?
We'll see. This is a big one for Beckham, bro.
Because Jalen Ramsey is going to be guarding T. Higgins one-on-one, and they're going to be doubling up on Chase.
You think so? We don't know. That's what your prediction.
That's the game plan. I mean, that's usually what people do. If you have a shutdown corner, they're like, all right, you go take the number 2 out of the game. We'll double the number 1, and now you have nowhere to throw the ball at all.
We'll see. I mean, they didn't do that at Tampa.
I think T. Higgins could beat him one-on-one. And I think Joe Burrow's going to trust him to beat him one-on-one, too. He's going to attack Jalen Ramsey. He's not going to be like out here shying away like Revis Island and all that stuff. No, we going at you.
You don't think Ramsey is as good as like Revis and them?
No.
Ooh, interesting.
I didn't think he deserved to make the Pro Bowl.
This year, probably not. It's all reputation with these corners, though. If you're not really getting thrown at, everybody's like, oh, he's shut down. He's a lockdown, like Richard Sherman. And then when people started throwing at Sherman, they're like, hold on, this guy's fucking
slow.
Yeah. They're like, wait, he ran a 4.6 in the 40? Oh, hell. Come on, stop it. It's all about schemes. Ain't no shutdowns no more.
Hey,
these receivers are too good.
You just put that on a T-shirt, Terry. It's all about schemes. And there's no better person to ask about that than Brian Flores.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.